I'm Debbie Godfrey. Welcome to the Positive Parenting PEP Talks podcast.
Hello. So for today's pep talk, I'm going to go into part two of how to handle lying behavior. And if you recall from yesterday, I talked about how that children will speak what they wish were true. And then when it pushes our buttons and we get mad and we confront them, that often can train them to lie. So what originally starts out as a developmental stage that they go through of wishful thinking then turns into a learned misbehavior of lying in order to either avoid getting in trouble for something or to just push our buttons and get a sense of power, even if it's an inappropriate sense of power. So what we want to do is not go head to head with them into a power struggle, because as you know from if you've taken the power struggle workshop, that kids can scream louder, last longer, and tend to in some ways win power struggles if we go there. So I'll give you an example. One time I was getting in my car and a couple of the kids were getting in the back, or were in the back, and Michelle was in the front. And when I got into the car, the two kids in the back, they go, "Mom, Michelle took $1 out of your purse." And I look back at them and I'm like, "Peanut gallery, Michelle wouldn't take money from me." And I just turned ahead, started the car, and started going. And out of the corner of my eye, I could see this little hand sticking $1 back into my purse. And so she knew the right thing. She knew what she had done. If I would have accused her along with the other ones, she would have dug her heels in. She may have continued to lie. She may have said something like, "I don't have the dollar." And we would have been in a huge power struggle. So instead, I just had faith in her and I allowed her the room to do the right thing, which was to put the dollar back, obviously. Again, not confronting them. And what happens is the older your kids get, if you don't make it safe for them, they will hide and they'll lie. And I'll give you an example. Now my daughter, who's 20, has some real intense feelings about an old boyfriend that she had, and I don't like the guy. So as just her parent who doesn't like this guy, I'd love to say something like, "Don't go out with him, he's a jerk, da 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 da." But any judgment or anything like that, she's just going to clam up. She won't tell me the truth about her interactions with him. So today I really had to be very patient and really a bigger person. And when she was talking about wanting to connect with him again, I actually encouraged her, even though, I don't think he's the best guy for her. She has to play this out for herself. And I know that. And so, I encouraged her to take small steps and to really listen to herself, and really honored her for knowing that she has to find some completion in this. And it was a really sad moment for me personally, because I don't think that he's the best person for her. But at the same time, she gets to make those choices now that she's an adult. She gets to figure out her own way in life. And I want to be there for her so that she has somebody to talk to. If I was judging and criticizing her choices, she would never come to me. She would never talk to me about this. So it's really important to me that rather than be right, that I can be close with her and that I can have the communication going. So really start observing your children when they're saying untruths, half-truths, and look and see what is the motivation there. Be gentle with them in your communication with them, and really start to understand what could be motivating them not wanting to tell you the truth. They're little now, and you want to maintain some open communication when they become teenagers, and you can do that by being really sensitive to looking at their motivations and honoring that and trusting that they'll do the right thing if you give them the opportunity. So I hope you enjoyed this topic and have a great day. Happy parenting.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Positive Parenting PEP Talks podcast. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Debbie Godfrey, owner and founder of positiveparenting.com. I hope you'll go and check out my website and follow me on Instagram and let me know about what you thought about today's episode. Did you learn something new? Were you able to do something different with your children? Did you have a success story? Those are my favorite to share. Let me know. Contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And also, what future topics would you be interested in hearing about on the Positive Parenting Pep Talks podcast? Thank you so much for being here and for all of your support. Take care and happy parenting.